In the vast frozen wilderness of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, one lone traveler dares to brave the elements. Far from the comforts of civilization, he embarks on a perilous journey. One of survival, resilience, and an excessive amount of coffee. But now, our intrepid explorer has returned to his natural habitat, the suburban loop. After days of enduring the brutal cold, he now faces an entirely new challenge: fitness. Determined to regain his former strength, he embarks on a sacred ritual known to many, the walk. A test of endurance, a feat of willpower, a journey of approximately 0.8 miles. But alas, the journey is not without peril. The explorer must contend with the ever-present threats of mild exhaustion and the creeping temptation to return home for another cup of coffee. Will he continue, or will comfort claim him once again? But beyond this small suburban loop lies a greater mystery. Was winter RV camping a triumph of human resilience, or was it merely a frozen, questionable life decision? Let us find out together. Behold the great winter passage. Once an impenetrable wall of ice and snow, now a fragile, temporary corridor, painstakingly carved by the hands of a local ploughman. It is here that the traveller dares to tread, his fate unknown.
Yeah, or I just had to call a guy with a plow before I could get to my RV. But hey, it makes for a great entrance, right?
At long last, it emerges from the snow-covered abyss, a lone metallic beast standing defiant against the elements, the traveller's winter refuge, his sanctuary, his 2021 Cherokee 324TS, now entombed in frost and ice, awaiting its master's return. With cautious steps, the Homo sapiens campestris advances, inspecting his shelter, unsure of what awaits him inside. Will it be warmth and comfort, or a frozen tomb of regret? Only time will tell.
Well, this is my first time in the RV in the winter up in the Michigan's Upper Peninsula. And this is a real new game for me here. So I'm gonna get the generator going and get it hooked up. There's about 2 foot of snow on top of this right now, which probably isn't all that good, but I'll try to get that off here in a little bit and get the furnace kicked on and try to get these extensions out. But yeah, my first solo RV winter camping trip. Woohoo! I love it. The snow is up to my knees here. Back at home, there's hardly any snow left. But I guess we got another snowstorm coming in.
The traveller, now faced with a frozen barricade, prepares for his next great battle. With years of experience and absolutely no proper tools, he employs the only technique he knows, the forearm strike. With great care, he removes the protective shell, unveiling the dormant fuel supply hidden beneath. These metallic canisters hold the key to warmth and comfort, or, if empty, a long, cold night of regret. The traveller retrieves a rare and powerful artifact, an industrial-grade energy conduit capable of channeling raw power into his frozen domain. But first, he must engage in the delicate ritual of unwinding its serpentine form. With precision, the traveller locks the energy conduit into place, forging a connection between man and machine. Yeah, so, about that whole getting in shape thing from earlier. In a feat of engineering brilliance, the traveller secures the conduit with a proprietary rotational locking mechanism, also known as screwing in a plug. What was once a simple task has evolved into a battle of endurance. The energy conduit resists, coiled in defiance, as the traveller summons his strength for one final effort.
I was afraid the extension cord wasn't going to make it over to the plowed area. Thankfully it is.
The traveller struggles not just with the extension cord, but with oxygen itself. And so the traveller initiates the final phase of his survival protocol. A precision connection between man, machine and raw power. The moment of truth. With one powerful motion, the traveler breathes life into the great machine, but at a cost. The beast roars to life, releasing a majestic plume of industrial exhaust, a symbol of victory and possibly concern. The elusive Homo sapiens campestris returns to his shelter, a temporary refuge from the relentless winter beyond these walls. Now, with power restored, he prepares for the next stage of his adaptation expansion. With a single calculated motion, he triggers a mechanical transformation, an evolutionary leap in confined space survival. Once a compact chamber of survival, the shelter now undergoes a rapid structural expansion, defying the constraints of its previous form. A primitive cave no more, but a winter fortress in the making. Now possessing a remarkable increase in cubic footage, the Homo sapiens campestris can better adapt to his indoor habitat, a true breakthrough in off-grid comfort. Now inside his fully operational winter shelter, the Homo sapiens campestris reflects on his decision-making skills.
My daddy always said that I would jump off a high bridge into a shallow creek before checking the depth.
The subject acknowledges his lifelong commitment to reckless enthusiasm over caution, a trait both admirable and concerning.
Yeah, some things never change. But I got the extensions out. I got the furnace going. Oh, I don't know what the temperature is in here right now. It's still pretty chilly. It's a whopping 24 degrees right now.
With temperatures now soaring to a balmy 24 degrees, the Homo sapiens campestris celebrates his newfound luxury. Conditions are now borderline tropical, by Arctic standards.
It's going to take a minute before it gets warmed up, and I'm going to have to go into town a little bit to get the LP tanks filled back up because they were about half empty. And I plan on staying nice and toasty tonight.
Securing warmth is a top priority in the unforgiving winter environment. The Homo sapiens campestris prepares for a necessary expedition, one that will determine whether the night is spent in comfort or wrapped in every blanket he owns, questioning his life choices. With warmth secured, the Homo sapiens campestris shifts his focus to another pressing matter, an invasive species known for its cunning, resilience, and utter disregard for personal property.
My main reason for coming up here today was to do a rodent check, make sure those little scoundrels didn't find their way in the camper. Yeah, it looks like one of them little skitters got in here, but decided to take a long nap in the trash can. That's fine with me. He's gone. But everything else looks pretty good in here. My goodness, people, though. This is so gorgeous out here. Yeah, that's my view. Pretty nice.
The Homo sapiens campestris embarks on a crucial expedition, one that will determine his survival against the relentless cold, his objective securing life-sustaining fuel from the metallic reserves. With practiced precision, the traveler unveils his fuel reserves, a delicate procedure requiring patience and skill, or, in this case, just pulling off a plastic lid. With a steady hand, the traveler carefully ceases the flow of liquid energy, ensuring a safe extraction. A single miscalculation could mean disaster. Transporting these volatile canisters requires not only strength, but endurance. The traveler engages in a primitive feat of physical exertion. One misstep, and catastrophe awaits. Securing the cargo is a mission-critical task. The Homo sapiens campestris ensures that his precious fuel remains intact through the perilous journey ahead. Failure is not an option. And so the traveler departs, his path uncertain, his mission vital. Ahead lies the unknown, a treacherous journey to the heart of civilization, known to some as town. After a perilous journey into the heart of civilization, the Homo sapiens campestris returns to his frozen outpost, victorious, his bounty of life-sustaining fuel in tow. The traveler engages in a task he has completed before and will likely complete again. The cycle of propane retrieval is an endless one, a ritual of modern survival. With precision and efficiency, the traveller reactivates his fuel reserves, ensuring his outpost remains a beacon of warmth in the icy expanse.
Going on around 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm getting hungry. And I brought just the thing. Some fresh wild hog / axis bratwurst from Texas. These things were running around wild just 2.5 weeks ago. Now they're a brat. I'm looking forward to this one.
The traveller selects his culinary weapon of choice. A high-performance non-stick skillet engineered for the modern survivalist. Its origins? The sacred halls of an ancient trading outpost known to some as Walmart. But no expedition is without its obstacles. The traveller initiates combustion, yet the inferno refuses to rise. As the elements tighten their grip, the traveller turns to his last resort, a primitive fire-starting device long trusted for its reliability, but alas, it too has succumbed to the merciless cold. Against all odds, through sheer determination and advanced fire-warming techniques, the traveller reignites civilization's most ancient force, flame. Behold, a specimen of unparalleled proportions, a wild harvested beast, now transformed into a sizzling golden brown masterpiece. The plastic fork, a bold choice yet highly questionable. But just as the traveller nears completion of his feast, catastrophe strikes. The mustard, once a trusted companion, has fallen victim to the relentless grip of the cold. And then, an unforeseen complication. The sheer scale of the bratwurst dwarfs its designated vessel. The traveller is undeterred, but the bun? Woefully unprepared. The traveller has come far, through trials of fire, frozen condiments and an uncooperative bun. Now at last he prepares to claim his reward. And then it happens. The first bite, a moment of truth, a convergence of fire, flavour and sheer structural integrity. The impact is immediate, a warmth unlike any before. Steam rises, a testament to the sheer elemental power contained within this wild creation. A verdict is reached. The traveller, a man of few words.
That was really, really, really good. Now that my belly's filled up, not a whole lot going on this afternoon. I was going to go out and try and hunt some snowshoes, but I'm going to do that in the morning. And so I think I'm just going to lay down and take a nap.
Power nap.
The traveller begins his most crucial evening ritual. The brewing of liquid endurance, precise measurements, time-honoured technique. What could possibly go wrong? Heat is introduced, a perfect equilibrium of fire and patience. Soon perfection will emerge. Steam, an early signal of success. The aroma of triumph begins to take shape. But in the wild, nothing is certain. Except there's one small issue, it's not percolating. Faced with imminent catastrophe, the traveller abandons modern convenience. Precision, abandoned, science, disregarded. This is caveman coffee. A new solution emerges, a filtration system crafted from cutting-edge material, paper and pure hope. And it immediately fails. And yet, despite every setback, the traveller persists. The beverage is consumed. The journey complete. This is survival. As the night settles in, the traveller reflects on his achievements. Fire, food, caffeine. Were mistakes made? Absolutely. Was it worth it? Without question. The propane flows. The furnace hums. Against all odds, warmth is secured. A well-earned rest awaits, and with any luck, tomorrow's coffee will contain less crunch.
Good morning, everybody. Slept like a rock last night. The Predator 3500 generator ran all night long. It's still running. It's a little after 8 o'clock in the morning right now. And I filled it up with fuel around 7 o'clock last night. And things still running. 68 degrees inside here or so. That's pretty good. Very comfortable. I'm going to get some coffee and I'm going to go out to the truck, get my snowshoes, get my shotgun around, and take a little walk out back and see what's going on out there.
Embarks on his most sacred morning ritual, a process refined over generations, one that demands patience, precision, and just a touch of desperation. The contraption hums to life, extracting the rich essence of the ground beans. Soon the elixir will be ready, or so he hopes. After much anticipation, the traveller completes the ceremony, a single cup brimming with promise. This is more than just caffeine. This is survival in liquid form. A moment of silence, a connection to the universe. The traveller sips, reflecting on the journey ahead. This is peace. Beyond these walls, the wilderness remains untamed, a world of untouched beauty and untold dangers, but for now the traveller remains content. Before embarking on his pursuit of the elusive snowshoe hare, Homo sapiens campestris fortifies himself against the elements. The first layer, wool, nature's ultimate insulation, strategically selected for its superior warmth retention properties. In a rare display of forward thinking, he deploys an additional insulating layer, sacrificing speed and agility for warmth. A questionable trade-off, yet one he deems necessary for survival. With the final layer in place, Homo sapiens campestris is now fully equipped for the hunt. Clad in battle-worn outerwear, he prepares to face his adversary, one of nature's most agile and well-camouflaged creatures. Fully prepared, Homo sapiens campestris emerges from his shelter, armed with snowshoes, tactical gear and blind optimism. Ahead lies the frozen wilderness and the ever-elusive snowshoe hare, a master of disguise and deception. A relic of the past, these ancient tools have carried Homo sapiens campestris across the frozen landscape for generations. Their craftsmanship, flawless, their durability, undeniable, their straps, a tragic victim of time. But these tools were not used in vain, for out there, hidden within the snow-covered wilderness, lurks the elusive prey, the snowshoe hare. Enter the modern solution, lightweight, ergonomic, cutting-edge engineering, made not by seasoned craftsmen, but by the lowest bidder. Before entering the wilderness, Homo sapiens campestris attempts to deploy his advanced mobility aids. The design is simple: extend, lock and stabilize. In theory, in reality, the laws of physics have other plans. Meanwhile, the hare moves effortlessly through the snow, unburdened by technological advancements. At last, progress, a single snowshoe secured, a new chapter begins. Halfway there, allegedly. Weaponry is prepared. The traveller readies himself for an encounter with the elusive snowshoe hare, a creature known for its speed, agility and complete indifference toward poorly assembled Amazon trekking poles. And so the journey begins. Homo sapiens campestris moves cautiously into the wilderness, his weapon at the ready, his trekking poles less so. Despite constant setbacks, the traveller presses onward, determined, focused, entirely unaware of how much footage is being dedicated to a battle against low-budget equipment.
Well, this happened. I was out in the woods recording with my little Osmo. Yeah, I knew I should have brought my GoPro, and I left the phone back here at camp. Well, the tripod tipped over into the snow and it corrupted my files, a bunch of them, and I was trying to blow it all off and try to get all the water out of it, and it started going and now it won't even turn on. Uh-oh. I knew I should have brought that GoPro. Oh well. Well, I didn't see any hassenpfeffers, no bunnies, no grouse, not even a whole lot of tracks out there. Of course, we are in 2.5 foot of snow, and let me tell you, here's a tip. Snowshoeing, be in shape for it. I haven't snowshoed in years, and it wore me out. My legs are on fire, my back's going, you dummy. And yeah, I'll be more prepared next time. Time for this critter to start exercising and walking every day. All right, I've got you guys to hold me accountable. I can't do that kind of journey again without being more in shape. Getting in the upper 50s, almost into that 6th decade era. I really need to make sure I get in shape, and after today, yeah, that's gonna happen. Well, now I'm gonna get camp packed up and head on back down to southern Michigan and sit back on my sofa and think about all the crazy ideas I had about coming up here this weekend. But it's been wonderful. It's beautiful out. They were saying that it was supposed to be a terrible snowstorm. Huh. It's starting to get a little overcast now, but all morning long the sun was shining, hardly a blink of wind. Beautiful. Well, that's the end of my little overnight roughing it in the RV. Just figuring a bunch of things out. How to have the generator run the thing. Eventually we're going to be totally off grid. I'm working on a power station right now, a DIY one, and I'll have that on the video soon. Keep your eyes open for that. But it's kind of more of a testing grounds of how the whole power station works, and I want to eventually build a larger one, a lot larger, that'll run the RV off of batteries and solar, and then eventually to our off-grid life that we're going to have out there. So it's all baby steps and learning curves and getting over all those things before I actually get into it. But I would say success. Thanks for watching, guys.